Thank you guys for being here. Sorry it took me a second. I started the live and then ran and got my cigarettes off the porch next door. Hey, Foxfire. Hey, Mystic. Hey, Nadine, Inspector Gadget. Hey, Lexi Texie. Hey, Crumb Curious. Good to see you guys. Hey, Lucia. Hey, MK. Hey, Carol. Cool Gamer. Hey, Mallory. I saw you're doing a live on Rachel and another case as well, I think, around 3. Here, let me drop the link. I found a new article on this. I found a few things I want us to look at, and I want to go look at TikTok together. Hey, Mama Shell Bell. Hey, Cutie Pie. Hey, Margaret. Thank you guys for being here. Neat Noodle, you are on time again. Hey, Stacy. Cannot believe it. Hey, Jenna. Hey, K-Braze. Hey, anybody I missed. Oh, and Athena Brownfield. Yes. At 3 o'clock. So, anyways, I had found... Is Carol Freaking Claus in here? Hey, Carol Freaking Claus. Or no, Carol Clark. Okay. Hey, Carol Clark, too. I already said hi to you, though. So I saw the hey, Carol. Let's see. Hello to you twice. Hey, Trap Mafia. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull up this article first. So I have a few things I wanted to look at. I shared a video on my community page last night that was quite interesting. The local sheriff was being interviewed by Dan Abrams, and maybe we'll look at that for a second, but I wanted to first show you this article I found. Then I was on TikTok like searching her name and saw some interesting things, so I thought we would just hang out and look at some of that together. Let's see. So Daily Mail, the New York Post also has a version of this article. I think this one's better. Okay, father who found the body of Rachel Morin. So interviewed with Daily Mail, and we're going to read that. But let me check on you guys first. Hope you have a note for your mom for being late from your mom. Hey, Truth and Justice. It's okay, Foxfire. Breaking the cycle. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Todd. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. What's happening in Hawaii? I missed that. Everyone pray for the people in Hawaii. Hey, Jennifer. I hope your day is good, too. I'm excited, too. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here to hang out and talk about all the things. Okay, so Daily Mail. I know they're almost like a tabloid, but I do like their articles because they share like the best images, and I don't know. Sometimes I think that you can find some good stuff there. Father who found the body of Rachel Morin, and we talked about Rachel yesterday in True Crime News. For those of you guys who weren't there, she's a mother of 5 from Maryland who lived a very active lifestyle and would often be on these hiking trails, and was found murdered on one on Sunday, I believe it was. But let me see before we get. It's still a case that's kind of new to me. A father who found the body of Rachel Morin in a tunnel. So that's interesting. Remember yesterday, one of the articles that we went through said that she was found in very dense woods beside of the trail. So this is the first that I had seen this. So a father who found the body of Rachel Morin in a tunnel revealed chilling details about the discovery, as police say they have received 90 tips from the public about her death. So Michael Gabrizecki, it's hard. His name is quite difficult, whose daughter was friends with 37-year-old Rachel, joined the search and called police when he discovered her body in a drain in a tunnel on the Ma and Pa Trail in Maryland. The way in which the mother of 5's body was found caused cops to launch a homicide investigation, even before formal identification of the corpse had been completed. Hey, Pointer Lover. Wait, let's see what's going on in Maui. Huge fires from an eruption. Oh, wow. My goodness. Poor lady. Now this. Lady jogging and now this. If you're going to run, don't wear headphones. Terrible, terrible fires. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's awful. Your Yorkie's name is Maui. That's cute. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Pointer Lover. I meant to say hi already, but if I'm just read it and didn't say it out loud. Hello. Hey, Sweet and Sleuthy. Had a hearing for my CASA kids and all went great. Good. That's awesome. Hey, Jennifer. Speaking about his search efforts, local Michael Gabrizecki told WMAR, I got down and searched the tunnels because I had a feeling about these tunnels. There's Rachel. Now this is Michael G. We're going to call him Michael G, okay? Because I'm not going to keep trying to read that last name and make myself look just completely dumb. One of the tunnels of the Mon Pa Trail in Maryland, police have not confirmed this specific location where the mother was found. So here's one of the tunnels, I guess, that, he's referring to. She's so beautiful. All these poor women makes me so sad. Me too. It's awful. It's crazy how much it happens though that we're not aware of it, And like I was thinking, and yeah, she was in Melissa's last night. And thinking about Melissa's last night, they were talking about I was only there for a few minutes of it. It was kind of hectic here around that time, but they were talking about how finding a jury for Brian Koberger and if there's going to be people who don't know about it. And it just had me thinking, while my family was here, I'm telling you guys, several adults, that are around my age, a couple years older and a couple years younger, but several, 20 to 30 in their 20s and 30s adults that have no idea about Idaho or any of these cases. Because I was telling them about many of the different cases and they really just had no idea. So if you're not in this world, watching it every day or looking at it all the time, you really do miss a lot of this. Someone knew she was out there. I have a hunch it's the boyfriend. Well, the sheriff was on Dan Abrams last night. I don't know. I think a lot of people feel that way, but I think the sheriff tried to make it clear that he's not I forget the words that he used and I don't want to say it wrong. So we'll go check it out in a moment, actually, and we'll get his exact words. He says, I walked forward to search the one tunnel and they searched the one and that's where they found her. I hope she can find a resting place in her family so that door can be finally closed, so they can get the investigation on and hopefully catch the person that did this trifling act. Meanwhile, police have reached out to obtain any footage from people who were on the trail over the weekend. Harford County Sheriff's Office wrote in a statement yesterday, detectives are asking for your help. If you were on the Ma and Pa Trail on Saturday or near the trail or trailheads and took photos or video, we are asking if you would please share them with investigators. There could be something helpful in one of your photos that might bring us one more piece of the puzzle. As of this morning, we have already received nearly 90 tips from concerned community members in reference to the murder of Rachel. Thank you for all the support you have given. Here's another tunnel, like another view. It could be the same one, I suppose, or the other side of it. I don't know, but a tunnel that's on the trail. Hey, Tiff. Now, oddly enough, Tiff will hold her thoughts on the boyfriend until more info has been released. I'm trying to do better, y'all. Hey, Leo. If I'm running, y'all better run too. No way. I'm the same. Like, even with our kids, I think when we're aware of all these things that are happening, it's just totally different than, like I said, my cousins who are just here and they don't have a clue about any of this shit. They just don't. Eliza Fletcher and Lauren Heinke were both unknown to their attackers. This is terrifying. We're not safe. Lucia's back. Her phone froze. Okay. There's Rachel. It was formally confirmed on Monday the body found was Rachel. Officials at the sheriff's office in Bel Air, some 45 miles north of Baltimore, said they are still without any leads on possible suspects. The female corpse was discovered on the Ma and Pa Trail. That feels so disrespectful, the way that this is written. I'm sorry, like, the female corpse was discovered on Ma and Pa Trail on Sunday afternoon by a member of the public. I don't know. Earlier this afternoon, we received confirmation from the state medical examiner that the body recovered was that of Rachel Morin, a Harford County Sheriff's spokeswoman said. She added that investigators have not yet identified any possible suspects. You know, we're asking people to step forward if they have any information. Her family says she did not go willingly and her death was not accidental. So the boyfriend, and we talked about him yesterday, he spoke out on social media. He talks about how he has 15 months clean. Yes, he has a past, but he's changed as a person. Tobin has been arrested 14 times. So there's a little more info. Every article has it written a little differently. I think there was some domestic violence stuff, according to an article we went through yesterday. It says he's been arrested 14 times since 2014 on a variety of charges, including drug dealing, assault, disorderly conduct, and refusing arrest. His lengthy rap sheet includes 2 arrests for criminal second-degree assault, violating restraining orders, drug possession, and malicious destruction of property. He also has a number of traffic offenses, a fugitive from justice offense, resisting arrest, and disorderly intoxication and conduct marks on his records. Wow, he's a real winner. A real winner. He's been arrested 14 times since 2014. Oh, Dennis. So her ex, yeah, he made a post. Well, we'll watch the video in a second from last night. But in his post, he says, you know, I loved Rachel. I know I have a past. I'm in recovery. I've been clean for 15 months and I've changed. So. Don't grow up all the way. I love when you go off. And thank you for dropping Melissa's link earlier when we mentioned the channel. The statement did not go willingly makes me think, why would they say that? I also think that's weird. And here's Crime Curious. She was in here and she has a great channel. Mods, you guys can drop any of them that come in. Or, yeah, very cold reference, Carol. I did not like that at all. I don't know. Sitting on my hands about him. Okay, interesting. So this is a map. It shows where exactly in Maryland. Like, see, it's marked here with the red block. This is his post. I love Rachel. I would never do anything to her. Let the family and I grieve. Yes, I have a past, but I also have 15 months clean and I've changed as a person. Here's the trail. Wow. It's so different. And I saw someone in the comments who's like going there, and I gave them my email address. They're going to go take like with their boyfriend this weekend and check it out. His most recent misdemeanor on record was a second-degree assault, which occurred in March of 2020. Final determination belongs with the medical examiner, and that has not happened yet. Thankfully, we don't have too much violent crime in Harford County, but when we have one, I prefer when I can stand here and tell you that the suspect has been arrested or it's a targeted crime, and I can't tell you that in this case. Excuse me. I'm not going to go into what physically they observed at the scene, but investigators believe, sadly, it's a homicide case. Just days before her disappearance, she shared snaps of her and her new boyfriend. She wrote along with 2 smiley images. Only started taking pics a few weeks ago, but these are a few of my favorites. From the beach to the mountains. She was little. She was 5'2", weighed only 107 pounds. So actually, the other article that I saw is a little slightly different. I'm going to grab that really quickly just because I want to show you guys something that he said. This man who found her. So, New York Post, the body of Marilyn Mama 5 was discovered by one of her close friends, and it immediately seemed clear that she's been murdered, the pal's dad said. So that Michael guy, his daughter is one of her close friends. He said, I kept telling them to search in the tunnels. I had a feeling about those tunnels. I walked forward to search the one tunnel, and they searched the other one, and that's where they found her. He said of his daughter and another friend. The condition of her remains, this is the part that I thought was interesting. The condition of Morin's remains suggested that she had been murdered. Gabrzeski added, without elaborating on exactly why. The condition of her remains. He said he was glad to bring her home so she can find a final resting place. His daughter found Rachel's body on Sunday afternoon. I hope they prosecute the perpetrator to the fullest extent. And that was kind of that. Thank you. Okay, so just a second, you guys. Let me go now to YouTube for a second, and then we're going to head over to TikTok. So, where I want to show you where the sheriff was on Dan Abrams last night. Boyfriend not implicated in death of Maryland woman found.
A Maryland mother of 5 was found dead off a popular hiking trail on Sunday, and now there are many questions about her boyfriend and the circumstances surrounding her disappearance. The body of 37-year-old Rachel Morin was found in Bel Air, about an hour outside of Baltimore.
Let me see. Yes, the neighbor, the UPS dude just came up. That's who I was talking to, and I said thank you. Hey, Carol freaking Claus. Hey, Nana Banana. Susan Moore. Thank you guys for being here. Carol freaking Claus. Cutie Pie. Missed you. She was looking for you, concerned about you. You are loved. I just had to tell another creator to stop making dumbass live streams about Summerwell's parents. Nothing new has been released. I posted about that yesterday. There are entire channels that do nothing but talk about Summer's case every day, every damn day. There is nothing. TBI hasn't released anything for a long time. Sure, her parents, there might be little things here and there. They come on here and do whatever. But truly, is that even about her case? At this point, the FBI is involved. They have not arrested the parents yet. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just sick to death of it too, Tiff. So, thank you. Thank you very damn much. Stop exploiting her name because it gets views, okay? Go find something else to talk about. They've already ruined the whole damn case. You know, YouTube has destroyed that case, in my opinion. Hey, Royal Blue. Why does no one look for me? Johnny, oh, we always look for you and love you. Hey, Roxanne. I left those channels. It's ridiculous. It is. Idaho, there are entire channels built on Idaho. And then, you know, there are certain cases that kind of do that. There's a channel that still streams on Kylie Rodney like every single day. They've added Brian's name to the title now. It's just wild. Tiffany gets into the corner often. Hey, Jay, I'm good to see you. Gina Gongrel. Okay, let's keep going.
Baltimore, just south of the Pennsylvania border.
And we do not have someone that we can say is a solid suspect. And, not knowing not knowing if this was or was not a targeted event specific to Rachel, then we are going to say, yes, be aware, be thinking that, there could be somebody out here.
Rachel was reported missing by her boyfriend, Richard Tobin, after she set off for a hike around 6 o'clock on Saturday evening, never returned. He called the police 5 hours later. Police found Rachel's car at the trailhead the next day. Hours later, at about 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, a volunteer searcher found her body. Police have ruled her death a homicide. They say her body showed obvious signs of trauma, but have not released a cause of death.
I'm just going to let the whole video play through, even though he's repeating some of the things we've already talked about. When a case is new, I got to kind of look at it a few times before I even fully get it down in my brain, exactly who's who and what's going on. Also, they're sharing photos and stuff that I think are important. He's going to talk about the boyfriend and his post, and then they're going to bring the sheriff in for an interview. And that's mainly what I really wanted to show you guys, but we'll just...
Now, internet sleuths are heaping scrutiny on Rachel's boyfriend. The two went what is called Facebook official just days before her death. And it turns out he reportedly has a long rap sheet, including assault, violating restraining orders, and resisting arrest, among other charges. But Tobin has not been implicated in any way by the police, and he has acknowledged that while he has a quote, unquote, past, that he had absolutely nothing to do with Rachel's disappearance.
Let me just say for a second, people get pissed at me. I got to be honest with y'all. I'll get a lot of comments. This one will have them too. Please stop saying hello to everyone and watch the video. I'm just here for the information, and I get that. I truly do. I think that I watch pre-recorded videos when I'm really just wanting to get the info quick. Or maybe I'll skip to a certain part in a live, but I appreciate you guys, and you guys are my friends. I want to talk to you guys. So that, like, the pausing along the way, I know it can be like, you probably couldn't even hear what they were just saying because I said hello to like 5 people at once, and I was like, I can just feel the comments after I'm going to get, but I can't help it. I can't not say hello, especially to you guys who are, we're chatting about this stuff all the time. So anyways.
Disappearance or death. Quote, I love Rachel. I'd never do anything to her. Let the family and I grieve. Yes, I have a past, but I also have 15 months clean, and if changed as a person, please. Meantime, the sheriff says evidence retrieved from the crime scene strongly points to foul play, and her family insists Rachel did not go willingly, and this was not an accidental death. Police have stepped up patrols in the area, but again, they're not ruling out that there remains a danger to the public. The killer's still out there.
I prefer it when I can stand here and tell you that the suspect has been arrested or that it's a targeted crime. I can't tell you that in this case. We ask everyone to use good judgment on the trail, but always be aware of your surroundings. Don't set yourself a predictable...
At least they're not like Moscow and saying, you're safe, you're all fine. No, we haven't caught the killer or anything, but don't worry, everybody's fine.
Routine, walk or run with a friend or a family member, buddy up. Also consider wearing a whistle, carrying a whistle. If you see something that doesn't make you feel comfortable, if you feel suspicious about it, take out your phone and call 911.
Joining me now, Sheriff Jeffrey Gaylor of Harford County, Maryland, where Rachel's body was found. Sheriff, thank you very much for taking the time. Really appreciate it. All right, so it seems that the investigation is ongoing. Do you have any sense of whether this may have been committed by a stranger or someone who may have known her?
Well, as I said in the press conferences that you showed clips of, our investigators continue to work every possible angle and aspect of this investigation. We've had hundreds of tips come in. The reach on this story, because it's so unusual for this specific community here. We live in a relatively very safe place on this hiking trail, such a crime.
That is not why it's getting attention or reach. It is. This story is getting far more attention than your average woman who goes missing or is murdered. That's the truth. I mean, it's being covered by E! News, by people, like just so many places, Inside Edition, every news station. It is getting the coverage, a lot of coverage. I've seen far more unique cases that get no coverage, and I don't know why or what the answer is. It's frustrating, but thank you, MK. And thank you, Claus. Yes, fair use makes you pause. You have to. Thank you, guys. Hey, Kelly. Thank you. You guys are the bomb. You really are. You're so sweet. And thank you again, MK and Claus and all you guys. Just thank you so much. I thought so, but I hadn't got to your comment yet. But I saw people thinking them, so I kind of assumed. I'm glad I was right, though. StreamYard shows us those milestones now. They need to get it together on the see, look, member for 3 months. That's awesome, Destiny. Thank you. Thank you, Allie, for covering this. I'm local, and the rumors or speculation is crazy here now. Wow. Thanks for all you do for these cases. Oh, my gosh. I bet it is. Well, they've gotten 100 tips. They're getting a lot of tips. I bet it is getting crazy with the rumors and speculation. Hopefully, they find the person quickly. But
nothing even close to this has ever happened. It has captured not only our community's
why do
attention,
you
but
guys
the
think?
nation's attention. And
I do want to know, though, in the comments, if you don't mind to answer, why do you guys think that this? I mean, she's a beautiful blonde white woman. I cannot deny that. I wonder, what makes certain cases get so much attention and what makes others not. And I'm curious what you guys think.
And again, I can't specifically say that down to one person or one group of people. All aspects of this investigation are under serious investigation by many of our men and women.
Has the boyfriend been cooperative?
I'm sorry, you broke up. I think you said that has the boyfriend been cooperative? But everyone that we have spoken to, it's my understanding we've had no difficulty in obtaining people to sit down and have conversations with our investigators. We've started again with the inner circle, those closest to Rachel, those to last see her alive, and we're working our way out through family members and associates, and all the way out until we perhaps looking at someone totally random and unknown to us. So again, until I feel comfortable that we can say for sure this was or was not a targeted event, we're taking it. There's a possibility. There's a threat to the community, and as you said, we've enhanced our patrols along this section of the trail to certainly make sure that a lot of people are
like, when we get to TikTok, that's where we're going to go next. This morning I was flipping through just to see, and people were sharing text messages from this boyfriend, some different. I think many people are concerned about the boyfriend. I don't think it's fair to him necessarily just because he has a past or this addiction behind him or whatever, but
county feels safe to use that
he's definitely in the
trail system.
Totally understood that you have to be careful about what you say and not say during this investigative process.
Sure.
But just to confirm real quick, you are convinced this was a crime, though?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
She was found by a self-deployed volunteer. They knew we were in the area doing it's a very large area. We were doing a woodland search, and this individual self-deployed and located her body, called 911 immediately. But it's clear from the time our investigators, police officers arrived on the scene that we were not dealing with an accidental injury or something self-inflicted. We were dealing with a violent homicide.
Thank you for watching.
Okay.
Go to newsnation
now. Let me go through some comments and then we'll go over there. Destiny says, my 2 girls love the playground. However, I will not return until an arrest is made. And good. I'm glad. Don't. Especially by yourself. If you got other, a group of people with you or something like that, that's one thing. Excuse me, you guys, but not by yourself. Bree says, I think the attention is due to what you just said, Allie. Cutie pie, beautiful white woman. Lucia agrees with Bree. Hey, Mind of Monsters. Check the homeless population and ask questions. I think people who are from the middle to upper class get more coverage as it's more shocking to people, I feel. I agree with that. I think they do get more coverage, people of upper class for sure. I think pretty people get more coverage. Yeah. I have my theories, but I will hold off on saying why. Blonde, beautiful, and 5 kids. It's crazy, but it's sad. I feel it is because it is popular and worth money. It's freaking sad though, right? Because what about all these women that never get coverage? You know, hell, a few weeks ago when we were doing the crime, like true crime news, there was a whole entire section on Crime Online dedicated to missing African American women, and they were calling it like an epidemic, but they were calling it something else. And there were so many that you've never heard of ever. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's not right. Hey, Tree Baby Tennessee. Hey, Angela. Being in recovery myself, I say check out the boyfriend, and then if he's cleared, leave him alone. I just don't feel like he was involved. Grumpy says, interesting. If the person that did this to her is still out there, how is that not a threat to the community? Homeless kill people too. Oh, I agree, Todd. They do, and they see a lot of stuff. The people who are on the streets, you know. Me too, Mystic, and that's the way it should be. You know, it's. Delana says, I'm concerned about the custody issues that I hear she was dealing with her beautiful children, if that is true. Reminded me of Michelle Parker's case. Well, there's a whole nother aspect of it. The exes. Also, this new boyfriend, you know, are there people who have a problem with him? He's obviously had a very colored past. I'll bring some of that up. All cases should be talked about, no matter if kid, adult, what sex or color of your skin, period. I agree. It is an epidemic. I think when it comes to poor people, people are dismissive. Like, oh, maybe they were an addict or a sex worker, and they just take off without saying, oh, yes, Jay, you're so right. That's why these serial killers target prostitutes and addicts. Hey, Connie. All the homeless women. Pointer Lover, I've not seen that to be factual, so I don't know for sure. This is the first I've heard of that. A jealous ex, maybe. Hey, Candace. One of the dads of the kids didn't want her filming OnlyFans. Kid got bullied at school, probably. Oh, we'll definitely look for you, Mystic. Well, let's go and look at some TikTok stuff, and maybe this will fill in some of our questions. Indigenous people get no coverage at all. It is, oh my gosh. I've done a video on that a long time ago, like the missing and murdered Indigenous women. But you're right, they really don't. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, let's just go through them. TikTok, you can find some crazy stuff. Some of them may be repeating things we already know. Some of them will probably be new things. We might run across family or friends of hers. So that's why I love to do this with you guys. But
everyone should know about what has happened to Rachel Morin. Rachel was a mom of 5, last seen on Saturday when she left for her usual hike on the Ma and Pa Trail. At 11:20 p.m., when she still hadn't returned, her boyfriend Richard reported her missing. Come search efforts on Sunday, Rachel's car was tragically found still at the trailhead. And then around 1 p.m., a volunteer searcher found her body.
I don't miss it.
According to local police, they have no video footage from the parking lot that night. They say this was a part of Rachel's normal exercise routine, and
from you guys, really,
it could be someone who came to learn that routine and knew where she might be, or it could be a random attack. Aside from that, we know that Rachel started dating her new boyfriend just about a week ago. He has since taken to Facebook to announce that while he has a criminal past, he would never hurt Rachel. And this criminal past actually consists of 26 prior convictions.
Wow. So yesterday we heard some of what they could have been. That article earlier says 14 since 2014. Was it 14 since 2014? True Crime Investigates. What's going on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, or wherever the hell you're watching from. How ironic. I just covered Indigenous women cases recently. That's awesome. Thank you for doing that. Yes, Corky. We definitely will. If any of us go missing, we push that info out to a point of nauseam. 26? Sheesh. Here, let's keep listening. Let me go back to it.
Charges like second-degree assaults, violating restraining orders, malicious destruction of property, resisting arrest, being a fugitive from justice,
Melinda.
and drug possession. Regardless,
Whoa.
right now, police are adamant that they don't have any suspects. And if you saw my post in May on Morin hiking, you know this could be horribly similar. She was found murdered on a Phoenix hiking trail after being attacked by a complete stranger. If you would like to donate in Rachel's name, all proceeds will go towards her service and then to her 5 children.
And I can grab the GoFundMe link if anybody wants it. Let me know. But it is yesterday in the chat on yesterday's video because they went through the GoFundMe and the updates. Her
Breaking news, the man who found missing Rachel has spoken out, as well as her boyfriend and sister. Rachel and her boyfriend made their relationship official on social media 4 days prior. He has since taken to social media and said, quote, "I love Rachel. I would never do anything to her. Let the family and I grieve. Yes, I have a past, but I have been 15 months clean and have changed as a person. Please." The boyfriend has had over 20 cases, and some of them include 2 arrests for criminal second-degree assault, violating restraining orders, drug possession, and malicious destruction of property. In addition to those, he has also had a number of traffic offenses, such as a fugitive from justice offense, resisting arrest, and disorderly intoxication and conduct.
The last time he was in trouble was March of 2020.
Marks on his record. The most recent one was on March 14th, 2020 for second-degree assault. Rachel's sister has taken to social media and said, quote, "It is with devastating sadness and a broken heart that our family has to be hit with yet another heartbreak. Sister Rachel Morin went missing on Sunday, August 5th, 2023 around 6 p.m. She also stated, quote, "This was not an accidental death." And
remember, I told you guys yesterday, Rachel's brother, I believe, because her sister says her brother, Rachel's niece passed away of SIDS just before this happened. I believe it was her brother.
Go willingly.
I walked forward to search the one tunnel, and they searched the one, and that's where they found her. And I kept telling them to search the tunnel.
I didn't know there was video of that. Let me go back and zoom in so we can really see a little better. Hold on.
Where they found her. And I kept telling them to search the tunnels because I had a feeling about those tunnels.
All came in from Michael Gabrzeski, who says he joined the search after hearing about Rachel's disappearance. He says his daughter was friends with Rachel. He and his daughter and a friend found Rachel's body in a drain.
To bring her home so she can find a final resting place in her family. That door can be finally closed and they can get the investigation on and hopefully catch the person that did this trifling act.
At this time, authorities have said they do not.
Okay, so what we just read was in video form, but interesting. That is the guy, Gina, who is the father of a friend of Rachel's who found Rachel. They were out helping search for him. Them going Facebook official probably put a target on her back. That's a good point, Tiff. That is a good point, especially if she had an abusive ex or something like that. What did it do, Nay? To the earbud wearers. Oh, Carol freaking Claus. Thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. It could have been one of his chicks. He's handsome and 27-year-old. Trifling, word of the day. You trifling, good for nothing type of brother. That's what I think of when I hear that. I think the children have different fathers. Hey, seriously. Hey, Punksy in Poconos wanted to say hello and everyone have a badass day. All have fun. So Punksy's where old Koberger was arrested, around that area. Okay, let's keep going.
37-year-old mother of...
Here we go. Richard Tobin. These are messages with him. Person says, why are people being so ignorant, man? I'm sorry, buddy. He says, I have serious matter to deal with, and people are assholes. I hope she shows up, man. I'm sorry. And then he says, they found her. And he says, is she alive? Look on Hartford Fire blog. Why would you ask if she's alive, bro? Suspect as F. This is why I wanted to bring you guys to TikTok, because I saw this morning and I was like, okay, we're going to go watch some TikTok together because it's interesting. But Mallory. Good for nothing type of brother. Silly me. Y'all gonna get that song in my damn head. I don't know where Wolfie is. She probably don't even know if there's a live because the notifications never go through. Okay. I haven't talked to her.
5, Rachel Morin was last seen on Saturday when she packed up for a hike on the Ma and Pa Trail in Bel Air, Maryland. Although it is unclear who she went hiking with, her new boyfriend, Richard Tobin, reported her missing. Just police discovered a body on a 6.5-mile walking route that medical owners believe is Rachel. Just 4 days prior to Rachel going missing, she had taken to social media to make her relationship with Richard Tobin official. And that is when the public chimed in, believing that Richard may have had something to do with Rachel's disappearance. Richard responded to a comment saying, "I love Rachel. I would never do anything to her. Let the family and I grieve. Yes, I have a past, but I also have 15 months clean and have changed as a person." Richard's records include 14 arrests since 2014, 2 arrests for criminal second-degree assault, violating restraining orders, drug possession, and malicious destruction of property. His most recent misdemeanor was second-degree assault that occurred back in 2020.
Right.
Medical examiners believe that this was a homicide. Rachel's family has gone on to say this was not an accidental death. She did not go willingly, and she deserves a funeral worthy of her beauty. 37-year-old mother.
But she doesn't even address the messages. But is she alive? They found her. Is she alive? The person responds, "Why would you ask if she's alive, bro? Suspect as F." I wonder if she shared her location too. I tell you what, this weekend I had an incident with a family member of mine who didn't even know, and they are particularly vulnerable. I'm not even going to say who, what they are, how old they are, any of that, but they had their location on. So I've seen pictures of that lady. Easy to understand how she may have been targeted by some perv who was familiar with her exercise regimen. I agree, Squeaky. Is it suspect, though? I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I think it's kind of interesting he asked, is she alive? But I don't know. Is Woofy here now? Or no, he just said the Woofy. Howl at her. Maybe she'll pop up. Do you guys think it's suspect? That Mark, yes, supposedly. Now, it's social media. So if nothing, like I'm at the point where if it doesn't come from police, official sources, I don't put a ton of weight in it. I think it's still quite interesting. Even the news, we can't, we really can't even believe what they put out half the time. Thank you, Punksy. Thank you. Have so much fun. Let's keep going and see what else we can find.
So if you've been following the Rachel Morin case, do you guys have any ideas on who may have unalived her? There's been a lot of talk about her boyfriend here, Richard Tobin. They just became Facebook official on August 1st. He denied he had...
Now, this creator responds to someone that says his alibi is he was at work. Like I said, anything like this, we don't know until it comes from police. It really shouldn't have much weight in our minds, or you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. But it's still interesting to figure out kind of what's being said, what's being spread around, and what's being...
He had any role in her disappearance or her death. He has a pretty big rap sheet, though. Prior arrests for malicious destruction of property, criminal second-degree assault, resisting arrest, drug possession, disorderly intoxication, and violating restraining orders, according to Maryland court records. He has not been named as a suspect in his girlfriend's death or been accused with any wrongdoing. Come to find out, Rachel has 3 or 4 baby daddies, and most of them have a pretty long criminal history as well. So there's some theories that maybe it was one of them. I guess there was recently a visitation hearing, and something didn't go the way one of them wanted it to go. So there's always that.
I'm going to keep going to the next one because I don't.
37-year-old Rachel Morin went missing yesterday, August 5th.
When we get into like too many from people who don't know her and too many rumors, we'll just keep.
On 6 o'clock, when she left to go walk on the Ma and Pa Trail in Bel Air. Rachel's car was found today at the William Street entrance to the trail. Her new boyfriend, Richard Tobin, who she started dating 5 days prior, claims that they went to the trail earlier that day and that he dropped her off at home around 4:50 p.m.
They didn't start dating 5 days prior. They started dating officially on Facebook. But they said that they, like in that post, she said that it had been a few weeks of, taking pictures. So someone says, "This is so sad. I've walked this trail many times." That's supposedly a popular trail. Why would someone do this in daylight if they didn't know the coast was clear? I think someone was walking with her, and the creator says her boyfriend was with her. Listen close to what the audio says. He admits to being with her, then supposedly they left together and she went back. Here, let's keep going.
Well, we're at the trailhead, and this is actually where Rachel's car was found last evening, one of the parking lots that access the Ma and Pa Trail here in the town of Bel Air. And behind me, you see our community policing unit with some of their vehicles that are able, and they routinely do, patrol different portions of the Ma and Pa Trail. But today,
I know, Mark.
Those efforts through the duration of this investigation.
Great.
What positive
message do you have
vibes
for the community?
Well, we want you to be safe. We want you to know you live in a very safe community overall, but that someone committed this heinous act and that someone is still out there. We have not made an arrest in this case. Always be aware of your surroundings.
Yes,
we're gonna be
Mystic.
there, but we
You do
can't
need
be
one.
everywhere. So be aware of your surroundings. Walk with a
I
friend
heard
if
that
you
too,
can.
Claus.
And just good safety tips. If you decide you want to, I heard somebody making fun on social media of my tip last night.
Hey, Mal.
Well, again, if you alert a whistle, someone's going to come and see what's going on. Well, we're at the trailhead.
The park twice in a day. Yeah, that sounds bizarre. But like I said, if it's just these random people, now here's the sheriff. So that's going to hold a lot more weight for me. The people that found her, that I want to hear from them, her friends,
Need to discuss this disturbing case is the sheriff of Harford.
So he
County.
did an interview with Law and Crime. I didn't see this. Did y'all see it? Harford.
He is Jeff Gaylor. Sheriff Gaylor, welcome to Sidebar. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely. Thanks for inviting us to the program today, and sadly to discuss this.
I'm surprised how many interviews this sheriff's done. That's interesting. I mean, not that it's a bad thing or anything.
Yeah, it's absolutely awful, and those poor children who have now lost their mother. It's heartbreaking. What is the very latest on the investigation?
Well, our investigators have been working diligently all the way back to when this was a missing person report, and hours later, transitioning into a homicide investigation. But much of what we are releasing is very little. I know that our community and this story has garnered attention from around the globe. I know this story has so much public interest, and people are just anxious to know. But we cannot for a second allow the public wanting to know something to compete with the need to put together a quality investigation to identify a suspect and hopefully.
Tiff said, watched it this morning, basically the same info we already have. Todd, there are so many of them. So what I do, I like to follow them all like as they come out, but there are some that I'll look closer at or deeper into, and it is kind of hard to keep track of it all in your mind, though. It really can be.
Hopefully to bring this case to a successful resolution and prosecution. So really we're saying very little at this point. That the investigation is going on.
Jay.
We have 10 detectives assigned primarily to the case. Just that's their sole focus, along with all the other assets of our office, our civilian staff, our technical people, our phone and IT people. Everybody's talents and investigative skills and efforts are focused on this. But 10 direct investigators assigned to the case to make sure that we follow up on the hundreds of leads that are coming in. We've had this story shared tens of thousands of times.
Yeah, the story's all over. Well, the facts are it could be anybody at this point. I think no one needs to be blaming the boyfriend just because now he does look suspicious. He has quite a record, quite a history. The sheriffs, they know all about his history, and hopefully they'll do a really good job at investigating and make sure it either wasn't him and move on to the next, or if it was. But the facts are this: she is she's a beautiful girl, she's built well. She likes to dress, in a particular way where I'm sure she gets a lot of attention from probably lots of different people. The truth are, it could be anybody. The truth is, it could be anybody. It could be, someone she knows or someone she didn't know. So I don't think it's fair to really, I just don't want to do what we've seen in so many other cases where everyone's blaming this person and it didn't end up to be them. And then, all that stuff is still out there about them. So. Oh, wow, Todd. Best friend's murder trial. Well, good luck. Allie, they said all her baby daddies have criminal background. Dear God. Do you think she knew her killer or not? The fact that it was in I do think it's very interesting. It's on this popular trail in the daytime, or, in not the daytime, but I guess like the still daylight. Hey, Jujubee. Try the tea says, I'm from this area and it's so scary. I've walked that trail and other state park trails carelessly with my kiddos. That is so scary. Well, I hope that, if you go back out there, if any of you guys go on any trails, make sure that you bring some kind of protection, even if it's pepper spray, bear spray, something. Really, you need to protect yourself from people, wild animals, all the things. So, don't go alone either. Alexis Sharkey was on social media too, and that carried creeps also, but it in fact ended up being her husband. That is true. And yes, Carol. I'm still saying jealous ex.
So we're getting a lot of tips. A lot of those, won't go anywhere, but some of them might be that.
This.
Hey guys, have you heard of the missing Maryland mom of 5 who was recently found unalived? Let's talk about it. So Rachel Morin was a 37-year-old mother of 5, and she was reported.
This is my friend's mom. Send her prayers, said Kiwi. Oh my God, you guys. How sad.
When we first started,
okay.
How soon was she?
Here, let's listen to this because this is the timeline. And I want to hear it again because I'm not for certain on every detail.
Missing because she was found dead, sadly, less than 24 hours after she left to go on the trail. So how quickly was she reported missing?
Well, she was reported. She went around, as I understand the timeline. She went out to do her run around 6 p.m. She wouldn't have been expected back. Her boyfriend reported her missing just around 11:30 p.m.
So she went out for a run at 6 p.m. Boyfriend reports her missing at 11 p.m. And I know people are very skeptical of him, but if he didn't want her to be found, why would he report her missing so quickly and exactly where she was at? So just, I got to keep that in mind to myself because I'm also side-eyeing him, but I got to check myself because I've side-eyed the wrong people in the past and I just don't want to do that anymore, at least publicly, and put it out for the whole world. I think that I don't want to cause more harm. These people are already going through, the worst of the worst, things that we probably can't even imagine experiencing if you haven't been there.
p.m. on Saturday night, and then the following Sunday and I have it here, at 1:07 p.m. So on Sunday at 1:07, just a little over 12 hours, a self-deployed citizen who knew we were conducting search operations in that area. Many people were well aware. Social media was abuzz. Many people struck out on their own to go searching what's a very large wooded area that surrounds the hiking trail. And this individual came across the crime scene.
When we first started, how soon was she reported missing? Because she was found
Actually,
dead,
that's a good point. Yeah. A lot of times I've heard of law enforcement telling people they can't, unless they've been missing for 24 hours is what I've heard, but I don't know. 80s hairspray will definitely work. 4 hours later. Huh. Hey, Salmonella. How they find her in a tunnel.
Person's investigation is now a homicide case.
Remember I told y'all Inside Edition was even covering this? Is that not unreal? This just happened during the weekend. It's so frustrating, and I hate to feel this way because she deserves the coverage. But why the hell are there so many others that don't get it ever? I mean, it's just kids, even not kids, but like I don't know. It's frustrating.
Case after the
Inside
body of a
Edition is
woman was found near a walking trail. Now, officials won't say why they suspect homicide, but the woman's new boyfriend, who first reported her missing, is denying he had anything to do with it.
37-year-old Rachel Morin went for a hike Saturday afternoon, but 24 hours later, she was found murdered. Rachel's sister says she did not go willingly and that her death was not accidental. It happened on the popular Ma and Pa Trail in Bel Air, Maryland. Just days ago, on August 1st, Rachel told her friends on social media that she was in a new relationship with this man, 27-year-old Richard Tobin. It's unclear if Rachel went hiking alone, but she was reported missing by her new boyfriend.
So is she on the trail right there? Look, you guys, you can see him behind her because we've seen pictures of other parts that look more open, flat, wide. This looks more like your average, trail in the mountains. I think law enforcement just doesn't want him to know they suspect him. That could be it. There was a case that I covered once before. Madalena Pantoja. And her family was like, they thought police weren't onto her ex-boyfriend at all. They're like, we know it's him. His truck was there. He's been violent with her. He's got a past like X, Y, and Z. Why are they not listening? And police are like, basically, we don't have any suspects, whatever. Next thing you know, they're taking his ass to jail, and they had been looking at him and collecting evidence for a while. They were just acting like they weren't. So you really don't know.
Friend. Now he's taken the extraordinary step of denying he has anything to do with her death. I love Rachel. I would never do anything to her. Yes, I have a past, also have 15 months clean, and have changed as a person. Please, says Tobin. Tobin is referring to his lengthy record. He's been arrested 14 times, including on assault and drug charges. In a text message, Tobin tells Inside Edition, she was amazing. I love that chick.
In a text message, he tells Inside Edition, she was amazing. Wait. Let me rewind that a minute so I hear it better because I was reading. But I wanted to read this comment to you guys. So Destiny lived there, and she says, scanner traffic when she was found said she was found and had severe head trauma. However, Ellie is being super quiet, I'm assuming to protect the investigation or case. Well, there are probably some things that only the person who did this knows. Hey, Music City Mom. I almost said Music City Mom, like just out of us joking about it yesterday, I guess.
The majority of cases.
Hold on, let me rewind. We need to hear this again.
Tobin is referring to his lengthy record. He's been arrested 14 times, including on assault and drug.
Inside Edition is incorrect here, I believe. I think it's 14 times since 2014. But when these cases are new like this, there are so many times I've seen the media get stuff wrong. It's just the truth. When they're trying to hurry up and get the information together to get it out there, they're going to be wrong.
Charges. In a text message, Tobin tells Inside Edition, she was amazing. I love that chick.
In the majority of cases, when a woman goes missing and is murdered, you look immediately to the love object.
But Nancy Grace says she believes it's also possible Rachel Morin was killed by someone she did not know.
This is what I would be doing right now. I would be looking for surveillance video, not only at the trailhead, but beyond.
Al and Peg Woltz are friends of Rachel's.
Rachel deserves justice. She was such an easy person to like.
Person's investigation.
I have not seen her parents' interview. Have you guys? That's why I love looking on TikTok, because you will find little clips of things that you just, of so many different things. So they must have done it with Inside Edition, it looks like. Let me see.
Not only at the trailhead, but beyond.
Al and Peg Woltz are friends of Rachel.
Friends of
Rachel deserves justice.
Not her parents.
She was such an easy person to like.
Person's investigation is now a homicide case after the body of a woman was found near a walking trail. Now,
randomly targeted because of where this walk and everything's located?
Well, I think it's interesting that they've opened it up again and they've said you can go ahead and continue, just be on the, lookout for anything.
I found that interesting too, that they've opened it up again.
Suspicious. That tells me that they think
Ashley?
it's someone
that makes me so
knew
mad.
her or was
Sorry.
associated with her rather than where
They are,
she was
Jay.
actually
They absolutely are.
taken. So that's what that tells me. I don't think they think this is anything random, but more targeted.
Oh, thank you, Devil-Eyed Elvis. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work, Alex. You came highly recommended by my friend group. Oh, that is so sweet. And thank you. I appreciate that so much. They found obvious defensive wounds on her. There was a struggle and a fight. Yes, I agree. Something obvious that showed that it was not just like an accident or medication, heart attack, some kind of thing like that. I think going after this boyfriend is wrong. I agree with you. I think right now going after anybody is wrong. There's just not enough. But I do find it interesting he was texting with Inside Edition. I'm glad that he's talking. I also find it interesting he's reporting her missing, within a few hours and exactly where she might be found. Because truly, if he didn't want her to be found, wouldn't he just go on about his way? I don't know though. Not standing up for him because he could be the one as well. I'm just saying. Jennifer often wrong. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I've not heard that one yet. Here, let's just keep on it going and see what else we can find. Interesting details. Okay, 1 hour ago.
In regards to the Rachel Morin case from Bel Air, I found this information very interesting. All the credit goes to Erica on Twitter. Go follow her.
Okay, Erica on Twitter. She says they were at Abbey earlier in the here. Let's just listen. She's got a timeline on the screen though. They were at Abbey earlier in the day. Dropped Rachel off at 4:50. Rachel went on a hike at 6. He posted she went missing at 7. He's seen at an AA meeting at 7:30. He takes her kids to look for her. He reports her missing at 11. He shows police where her car is. He has a head injury from motocross that causes him to become violent. His mother is claiming he was at work. He was not at work. He was known for steroid use. Now, these are not facts that I know of to be sure, and that none of us know. So let's not run with it. We're going to listen though and hear her out.
This is the timeline that Eric just posted. They were at Independent Brewery earlier in the day. He drops Rachel off at 4:50. Rachel at 6.
Hold on. You know what? We're not going to even listen to her. I just read it to you guys. What we're going to do is I want to find that Twitter
all the
account.
credit.
America Lynn. Okay, hold on, you guys. Just a second. Just because then after we get done with this, I can check it out and also keep an eye on it. So she's in. Potentially a reporter. I'm not sure because now with Twitter, you can buy your check mark. And it's actually kind of cool if you want to do it because you can edit your post, which you usually can't do. America with a K _ Lynn. Okay, hold on. America _ Lynn. Okay. Let's go check out her Twitter together and we'll come back to TikTok in a second. She says Richard Tobin known criminal was seen at an AA meeting at 7:30 the night of Rachel's murder. Receipts if needed. He was also claimed to have been seen at Independent Brewery earlier in the day. He claims he dropped Rachel off at 4:50 after going to the gym. Rachel went on this hike at 6. Richard posted she went missing at 7. He took Rachel's kids to look for her and reported her missing at 11. He showed police where her car was. After she was reported to be found, and prior to, Richard was filtering through comments on Facebook and responding to people claiming he is innocent. Richard had a head injury that he claims caused him to be violent. He received this head injury from motocross. Mapped out is the location of her car, the meeting, and where her body was found. The timeline for him to do this and get to the meeting is 1.5 hours. It takes 20 to 25 minutes to get to the tunnel, and walking through the woods takes you directly to Catherine Street. Hang a right and you're at the Mann house, which is where the meeting was. His mother is claiming she was at work. He was not at work. He was at the meeting. He was seen by other members attending. He is known for using steroids in the community. However, I cannot confirm that. I can say it came from credible sources. If this man did not do this, I will be as shocked as I've ever been. Wow. So they've got this picture that shows where her car was, where she was, and where the meeting was. Okay, that's quite interesting. But I mean, do we know it to be factual? No. So it's just something that's interesting to keep in mind as we're looking at this. Then she's showing the distance from place to place. Man posted this 4 days ago. And I'm no investigator, but I think he's going to have the rest of his life to work out. He said, might go to jail. Wait. Someone said, hold on. Come on now. Don't give me trouble. He commented on this post that says, might go to jail so I can focus on the gym properly. He said, ha, 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 ha. Only way to do it, with a laughing face. There you go. He's been declared guilty by the internet. He gives me Anthony Burgos vibes. Interesting. She was found just half a mile from her parked car. Does she read the chat? Yes, I do. He has to go to AA. It would be a big red flag if he didn't go to AA. Her car was found just 3 blocks from the recovery home he lives in. I believe that's why his background and close living that most are speculating him, but I'm waiting on Ellie. Really, Ashley? I'll have to check it out. Given my career, I can confidently say it's terrifying they let Jen Kaufmann-Donger do with these names. Was she a newer past user? Is she possibly, was there debt? She did have a lot of kids. What do you think, Mal? I know you're going live at 3. I hope you guys will come over there and watch. I'll be over there, but I would like to know. Wasn't he possibly with her kids when she left? Well, if that time, I don't know for sure, but that would make sense with that timeline that woman has put. And she put that there are, if people need receipts, she's got them. But I mean, people can say whatever they want, right? Cough on danger. Y'all are crazy. Hello, Bendy. Good to see you. Hey, Frankie, baby. I hope you're doing well, too. Okay, Nay. I don't think it's him, gut-wise, but I'm willing to be wrong. In my opinion, he had nothing to do with it. I'm sort of leaning that way. I think that he looks suspicious with his background and all of those things, but it just makes no sense. Why would he... I couldn't resist. Oh, thank you, Devil Out Elvis. I try to be a good person, not a nice one. Wait, let me go back. Thank you so much. Go back in the chat just a little bit for a second. That's very sweet, Devil Out Elvis. I like your name, but it keeps getting me tongue twisted. I'm at work. It's slow and boring. I just wonder, why would he call it in so fast? I don't know. I'm surprised the cops thought anything of her being missing only an hour. I am too. Well, let's see what else she's got on here, though, because I want to see. Also should mention, Independent Brewery is 2 minutes away from where Rachel's car was at. Interesting. All right, let's go back to TikTok for a minute and keep looking. But I'm glad we found this little Twitter account so I can keep an eye on it.
Heard there was a secret that David played in.
Jesus, the music. This is supposedly a post that she made before she went missing. Come on, man. She shared a post in February that read, "Risk can be dangerous, but routine can be deadly. Comfort has killed more dreams than daring ever did." It is interesting when they go back on these, people's social media and kind of look at things that they've said that now stand out.
Woman was found near a
The boyfriend of a Maryland woman found dead on a walking trail Sunday has expressed his innocence. I'm trying to get the music off, just so that I can. If it's just music, I'll read it. So, wow. Okay. The boyfriend of the Maryland woman found dead on a walking trail Sunday has expressed his innocence via social media, alluding that he's had struggles with the law, but has, quote, changed as a person, unquote, as police kick off a homicide investigation. Then they share a picture, a comment he made on one of her pictures that says, "Looking like a model, baby." And she said, "Thank you, lover. I'm your model." He said, "I love Rachel. I would never do anything, to her. Let the family and I grieve." That's the comment that we've known about. On August 1st, they did the relationship status. Rachel says only started taking pics a few weeks ago. Remember, I told you guys they hadn't just been dating since the first, because in that post, she mentions like weeks of pictures. Only started taking pictures a few weeks ago, but these are a few of my favorites, from the beach to the mountains. Please keep sharing. My sister Rachel was found early this morning. She can't talk about details right now. As many of you have seen, my brother Nathan and his wife Megan lost their sweet Lily Beth a week ago. Our whole family has been hit with back-to-back losses. My sister had no life insurance, and my mother Patty and I will be making the arrangements and need to raise funds to do so. I have created this GoFundMe to pay for her expenses, and they have upped the GoFundMe. Anything that's left over, by the way, on that, they're going to use for the kids, to raise the kids. She was very beautiful. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Oh, gosh. We have a coffin for accountant here. Also, if he was with her kids and she said she would be home at a certain time for bed or something, maybe that's why he called. I could see why he would. That makes sense that he would report her missing quickly like that. But I think 5-pointer lover, but I'm not for certain that so much of this is just social media rumor. That's just the truth about it. And we have to keep that in mind. That said 5 hours. It said 6 to 11, I believe, or 11:30. Really beautiful woman. I agree. Well, I mean, I get what you're saying, Sonola tacos, but if it's unexpected like that, I can understand, not knowing what you're going to do. You're not going to expect this healthy young woman to just, be taken from you like that. Thank you, Carol freaking Claus. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. I wish I could see what it looks like, though. And Ashley says, Carol freaking Claus, thanks for the drinks last night. Maybe he's a true crime junkie like us. Suspect the partner first. Let's see if they change it. Think she went at 6, but he didn't report it till 11. But
the police asking anybody with any information at this number, and her autopsy results are currently being awaited. Rachel's boyfriend, although.
Aaron says, as tempting as it is to blame the boyfriend, I believe he was home watching her kids at the time. He has an alibi. Mal thinks the same thing. I don't know if he's going to AA, but some people actually do bring their kids to NA and AA meetings. I've seen that quite a lot. Actually, there are kids that grow up in those rooms. And then Rose Gold says, her boyfriend looks like Chris Watts for too much for my liking. Wow, he does kind of a little bit, I guess. I hadn't noticed that before. This is from 3 hours ago. Oh, this was from last night.
Ongoing. Do you have any?
Obviously, this is all.
Wow, look, another comment. Serious Chris Watts vibes from the boyfriend. People really think he looks like Watts. It's crazy.
You're exactly right. For us, that's the bulk of our entire criminal investigation section, or the larger portion of it. But it's all hands on deck. This crime is out of the norm for we're 30 minutes north of Baltimore.
Okay. Now I'm going to stop here. Hold on a second. Let me just switch over here for just a second. I wanted to look at one thing just quickly. And then I think that we should end with the press conference, because that's all these rumors, they're just rumors. I don't know. Let me see something though. I wonder if she has a TikTok account. Let me know if any of you guys have heard of that. Having a TikTok account or something like that. Because I was looking to see. And then I know I saw the police doing a thing, but I guess I can't. I don't know. I was going to try to find it so we could watch that, a press conference. Hey, Meatfoot. I saw that chick coming to care our eardrums again. I know she does Insta and Snap. I saw they cleared the boyfriend on a news channel. Hey, Belly Ray. Thank you for being here. Belly Ray is the one that you guys, we watched together that went around, that goes around in Oregon, in Portland, interviewing people, and did the interview with Jesse. Hold on. Let me see. I'll just get his channel and drop it in there. But we've watched one of his videos. Amber's a mod over there. Thank you for being here. I enjoy your channel. I'm going to put it in the chat. She was found very quickly. She was. Earbud warning again. Yes. And it's really cool to see somebody go around and really try to make a difference in their own town. and covering things in their own town. Not just, oh, Nay, you're the best. I just pulled it up. I was looking. I said yesterday he had a live. Hold on, let me go back. Portland, Oregon, let's take a walk in real life. August 7th, 2023. And he goes through talking to the people on the streets and things like that. It's really cool. All right, you guys. Well, I wanted to wrap it up with the facts, but I cannot find what I was looking for. So I think we'll just end it there. I'm going to keep an eye on this, and we'll, talk along the way as things come out. I hope that people hold back before they start blaming anybody. We don't know. We just don't know. That's the facts. Unless it comes from police, don't trust it. Even, it's interesting to look at these things on Twitter, like this post that gives the timeline and things like that. But truly, unless it comes from police, we just don't know it. So I think it's important not to start blaming people. It's these people are going through the worst time in their possible lives, and oftentimes the friends and family of these victims end up getting the blame when they have nothing to do with it. We'll do a quick thing. I'm going to do a quick search on Twitter though before we go, see what the latest that comes up is. So shocks very safe community. The Bel Air Patch said dozens of residents gathered Tuesday to walk the trail in solidarity where slain mom Rachel's body was found. Wow. That's cool. Memorial walk, hold on, for slain mom sends message to suspect. Dozens of residents gathered Tuesday to walk the trail in solidarity. Whoever did this, you tried to rob us of this. No, you're not doing that. Regina Brown told WBAL, I come here almost every single day and I walk in the morning. It's like Zen. It's a meditative experience. It's quiet, it's beautiful, and you're in touch with nature. Harford County Councilwoman Jessica Boyle organized the Walk for Women to honor Rachel's life. She called it the Women's Walk Along. A lot of moms that come here walk this trail after they drop off their kids in the morning at camp or school. They walk with their babies and they're scared to walk the trail. When people don't feel safe, we need to do something about it. Rachel's family was invited, but they didn't attend the event. I had absolutely no intentions of upsetting the family or anyone that's involved in this terrible tragedy. Our intent was to show up and become united and be together. We stand strong and we are united. We don't put up with crime in our community. Bob and Mary McManus watched the walk from their patio. She recalled what happened the day Rachel's body was discovered. She says, Sunday morning, I woke up when I saw 25 policemen standing out here. My heart started to beat and race. I was shaking by the end of the day because I felt like I was watching a criminal movie. The community has been asked to provide photos and videos anyone may have taken near the trail or trailhead Saturday around the time Rachel was reported missing. There could be something helpful in one of your photos that might bring us one more piece of the puzzle, the sheriff's office stated on its Facebook page. As of this morning, we've received nearly 90 tips. Thank you for all the support you've given. Anyone with a photo or video is asked to send it to Sergeant Maddox at maddoxxc@harfordsheriff.org. She was little, like I told you guys, 107 pounds, 5'2". Tobin has 2 arrests for second-degree assault and separate arrests for violating restraining orders, malicious destruction of property, and drug possession dating back to 2014. He's also faced charges of being a fugitive from justice, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. While the suspect is on the loose, there will be an increased police presence along all portions of the trail. That's good to know. During a news conference, I knew there was a news conference. That's what I was trying to look for. Said she headed towards she headed out to go to the trail around 6 p.m. Her family was concerned. A citizen called 911 at 107 when they located her body. This trail is one of our major parks and recreation assets. This is going to cause a lot of concern. The crime scene has been processed and the trail has been reopened. It's always been known to be a safe place. There's been minor incidents. Please be aware of your surroundings. They ask you not to wear earbuds while you're walking. That's an important point to make because you will not be hearing somebody coming up behind you. So that is interesting. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, hippie chick. Thank you, Mystic. All right, you guys. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Yeah, definitely go check out Veli and the other channels that we drop. Let me drop Bendy. There's lots of awesome creators that come in and out of here, and I think that you guys should go check them out for sure. It is so damn hot today, you guys. Oh, my Lord. Thank you, Nay, for dropping all those links. And drop yours, too. Bye, Kimberly. I hope you have a great day. As you guys are leaving, I'm going to go back. I just want to check and see what else comes up in this, last couple hours of this. And then I'm really going to go. Hey, babe. Popsicles. Wait. I'll get popsicles. You better shut it back correctly and don't make a mess. Lord have mercy. All right, you guys. I'm going to go. It is darn hot today. I'm planning on coming back on around 5:30. I want to go through the new court documents in Oakley Carlson's case. That baby's been forgotten about. Hell, she was forgotten about for a long time before she was even reported missing. And there seems to be some pretty alarming stuff that points to where she may be located or was located at one point in time. And yeah, 3 p.m. for Mallory's stream on this. 2 Central, 3 Eastern. Where to find the press conference? No, I didn't, Destiny. I'm sorry. When I'm looking at Crystal, I can't see or at Twitter, I can't see the comments. Until next time, Mallory's at 3. All right, you guys, have a lovely day. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you later today if I see you in Mallory's or here or wherever along the way. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, mods. I appreciate you. Bye.